Okay, we are back with part 2 of this week's compilation. Honestly, it didn't take as long as I thought it would to upload. It's only about 9 o'clock, 9:05 now. I'm just chilling, listening to the Dodgers and the Astros. I was exuberant, excited because Michael Brantley launched one into the seats about 8 rows up, and then stupid Mookie Betts had to hit one. So now it's first and second. Well, one out. If you can't tell, I'm on the Astros side, and I can't stand the Dodgers. So if the Dodgers just explode, I'm just gonna turn this game off. But yeah, I hope you enjoy part 2. This is part 2 of this week's compilation of Week 8. So go check out part 1, and yeah, that's that. See you in the next video. So earlier I was talking to my friend, and I was telling her how my last name's Spears and Britany Spears' last name is Spears, and how we're brother and sister. And she's like, no, I want to see proof. So here is proof. So she was born December 2nd, 1981. No, my sister's birthday. She has 2 sons, Sean and James. So yeah, we got that covered. Now for stuff. She lived in California. I was in California in 2003. She released her album Blackheart in October 2007, and I was born in October. She was the youngest person to host SNL in October 2002. I was at age 18. I am 18 now, and I was born in 2002. She attacked a production truck with an umbrella. I went to attack everything with an umbrella. She dated Justin Timberlake. I wish I could date Justin Timberlake. She was on the NFL Super Bowl halftime show. I've seen the Super Bowl and the halftime show. That counts. She was on Glee. I really love Glee. That was a really good show. The song Umbrella, it was supposed to be her, but it went to Rihanna. And her first song, Baby One More Time, was supposed to be TLC, but it's hers. So my friend wanted to see text messages, so I will provide text messages showing that we are siblings. And one more thing. When she was a judge for the X Factor, she made $15 million. Favorite number? 15. Proof.
Go to most recent message. July 6th. 2:42 p.m. You. Hi, how are you? 3:04 p.m. Sis. Hey, little brother. You. How are you, sis? Sis. I am doing good. You. What's new with you? Sis. Not much. Just relaxing and watching my Netflix movies. You. Same, I'm just waiting for school to start. Sis. What day do you go back? You. What movies do you like? Sis. Scary and funny movies. You. I go back August 15th. Sis. That is cool. How is her mom doing? You. She is good. She unfortunately still likes the Cardinals. You. Are you doing anything today? 4:29. Sis. No, because it is rainy here today. 5:05 p.m. You. I'm helping my mom with something. I'll text you later. Love you, Britany. Sis. Love you guys, X2.
We all like books, right? Oh, that's just me. Okay, I like books. And so I wanted to say happy birthday to the best book character of all time. So, this person, he got the winning points for Gryffindor to go past Slytherin in the first book, the Sorcerer's Stone. He have gotten in numerous fights with Slytherins like Crabbe and Goyle and Malfoy. I almost forgot his name. That's how forgettable you are. He has the best pet toad named Trevor ever, and he is the sole reason that we no longer have the Dark Lord. So, the best wizard in the entire world, Neville Longbottom. Yeah, happy birthday, Neville. And this character named Jerry Potter. I don't know who Larry Potter, something like that. I don't know his name. Might have been a side character, maybe a Death Eater. I don't really know, but whoever that is, apparently it's his birthday too. Proof that I'm dumber than you, part 7 or something like that. It's 8:30 on a Saturday. Bear with me. So this time I was an idiot because I really like eating cheese and crackers and just like all types of cheese. And there's one particular type of cheese called Kobe cheese. My dumb self thought we were saying Kobe cheese, not Kobe. There's a difference. What is it? COLBY is the type of cheese, and KOBE is the basketball player. So I thought we were eating Kobe Bryant cheese for a good 18 years, because I've never seen the spelling, and my hearing impairment, and I guess my dumb kid self, thought they sounded similar enough. So, shocker, when my mom actually like, oh, it's spelled Colby. I'm like, wait, what? I thought it was Kobe Bryant cheese. I thought they named the cheese after Kobe Bryant. And she's like, no, there's something wrong with you. I'm like, maybe, but so yeah, Kobe cheese. You can't blame me really for this one. They sound similar enough, but I wish we had like Kobe cheese, and then we have like Michael Jordan cheese and LeBron James cheese and stuff. I don't know. Why do I talk? Why do I think? Why do I do anything? So I have a question. Since my brother is downstairs sleeping and he's under the age of 18, would that technically be a kidnapping? So should I report that or leave him alone? Because part of me wants to report that because a kidnapping is something serious that happened to a lot of kids, but also part of me wants to spray him with water gun and wake him up. So I'm indecisive. Decisions are so hard. So you know what a midlife crisis is, right? So apparently it's this thing where you have a problem and you are freaking out, like getting high anxiety or whatever. You're having a panic attack and freaking out. And I get them sometimes. Like, you think something's gonna go wrong and you're like, oh, just chill to flip out for one. But if you think about a midlife crisis, if you actually break down what it means, it sounds like your life should be split in half. So let's say I have one at 18. If I had a midlife crisis today, I'm 18 now. Since it's midlife, that would mean the middle of my life, which means I'm only going to live till I'm 36. So, in theory, but what if you have one at like 15? So, can you have multiple midlife crises? So, I say I have one at 18, right? So, you might multiply that, so that's 36, right? But if you divide 18 in half, that'd be 9. So I should have died at 9. Or if I had a midlife crisis at 9 years old, 9 times 2 is 18, so great, that means I should be dead. So, I don't know why people exaggerate when they said midlife crisis is, because it's not really the middle of their life, and half the time it's not even a crisis. So, yeah, people get your word together. You know something that really irks me and drives me crazy? It is people that are always saying how they got their vaccine. So first off, I'm not here to like say get the vaccine or don't get the vaccine. So that's not it. The thing that I'm about is how I see posts on social media or I'm talking to my friends and they're like, I got the I got the vaccine. I'm like, okay. Congratulations on somewhat having another person poke you in the arm with a needle and protecting yourself. Good for you. You want me to bake you brownies? You want me to get jealous because you decided to get a shot? But then I feel like half the time they're bragging like I didn't have any side effects. Like amazing. If you had side effects, I would be concerned for you. But since you don't, I'm not concerned for you. You decided to get a shot, and it doesn't affect my life at all, like, if you get it or not. So I don't know why there are, like, people, like, my friends mostly, it just irritates me how they're like, oh, I got the vaccine, and you don't have it, so haha. I'm like, okay. I could honestly care less. So why do people on social media make posts like this and talk like this? Like, because legit, there's people out there that sound like this. So that just really confuses me. You want to hear a story? Oh, of course you do. Okay, I'll tell you the story whether you want to hear it or not. Oh god, that sounded mean. Anyway, so apparently there's people out there that think I'm not blind and that you can use YouTube even though you're blind. You can't use YouTube apparently. So the story is, it was back in 2019, and these two baseball teams were playing, baseball team A and baseball team B, and they're like, there's no way baseball team A is losing to this team that has the Walgreens logo. The team is the Washington Nationals. That's the team they were talking about. So I've never seen the Walgreens logo or the Washington Nationals logo, so if you want to Google it for yourself and compare them to see if it actually looks like the Walgreens logo, that's what they're talking about. So I put in the comments of this video, like, what are you talking about losing to the Walgreens logo? They're like, oh, that's what the Nationals, that's what their sign is. I can't think of their logo is. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. And they're like, well, duh. What, are you stupid? I'm like, no, I'm blind. They're like, you can't be blind. I'm like, why not? Because you're using YouTube? I'm like, YouTube had voiceover. And you can use Siri and all sorts of stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, right. Like, I was making it up that I wasn't actually blind and that there weren't all these cool pieces of technology and systems set up on iPhones and Android, like TalkBack and voiceover and stuff like that. And so that was real embarrassing. So apparently I'm blind. I can't use YouTube. I guess I'm also blind. I can't use Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. So I'm screwed. Poor me. I guess I have no social media life, and I'm gonna go cry and cry inside. So that's nice. Welcome to another episode of Weird, where I talk about things that don't really make sense. Today, we're talking about water. So, first, a little science lesson. So, we all know how water is solid, liquid, gas. You can have ice, which I have right here in my hand. You have water, which is upstairs in my water bottle. And you have water vapor. Now, that happens when, like, the hot meet the cold, and so the questions I have is dry ice, because I can tell water's going all over the place. This is not dry ice. I've actually held dry ice. Dry ice is a lot colder than this. You would not be able to hold dry ice, because you can only hold it for a few seconds without getting frostbite. Because I got to hold it in 9th grade. It was super cold, super weird, but it literally is dry, and there's not water running on the place. So why is it called dry ice when it's still cold? And it's not really that dry, because it still leaves some water, like the water is running over my hand right now. Also, there's a difference between frozen water and ice. Yeah, those are two completely different things. Because you might say, oh, water is frozen ice. Actually, no, it's not. Those frozen ice? No, frozen water and ice are two different. Yes, they are two different things. People might, oh, they're the same thing. No, they're completely two different things. So yeah, why do we have common terminologies if all these things are different? Thanks for tuning into this episode of Weird, and I'll be back with more weird stuff. Hi. So before you click off the video, I just wanted to share, because this is pretty funny / ridiculous. So I was just down here in the basement recording part 2, the intro part. I'm chilling, listening to the Astros-Dodgers game, and it's 1-1, first and second for the Dodgers, and I queried for the Astros, and I said, if the Dodgers explode, I'm turning the game off. Proceed for me to finish that, because I have my one earbud and listening to ESPN while I'm recording it. So I proceed to turn around, walk up the stairs, right? Open the door, and Will Smith, the catcher for the Dodgers, just launches a 3-run homer. And I turn the game off. So I sort of called it, / sort of, like, I didn't know Will Smith was bad. I just knew it was first and second, because they tried to do a foresight at second, and they did not get the guy out. And so I didn't pay attention to who was batting next, because I was down here recording the intro. And then I walk up, and they're like, that's a high fly ball, deep center field or whatever. And I'm like, no, he didn't. And I'm like, it's 4-1, and there's only one out in the bottom of the first. Yeah, I'm turning this off. So I sort of called it. I hate the frickin' Dodgers. I hate you, Mookie Betts. I hate everyone on the Dodgers. Okay, no, whatever. Just think it's cool that I actually called a baseball shot. So that was cool and depressing, because I have no game to listen to. I don't want to listen to the Astros get their butts beat. So that's nice.